Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Danny James. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this camera tracked shape and text effect, which is usually used on subject faces with some lyrics on top of it. Yeah, you just notice what happens in that small sequence. The same thing I also applied in one of the projects I worked on a few weeks ago. I used it at around the first minute. Yeah, so I feel like it's really cool, and you can see in this one I kept on changing the colors of the text while at the same time changing the color of the rectangle right behind. Alright, we are on Adobe After Effects right now. If you are working on Adobe Premiere, just highlight that clip and replace with an Adobe After Effects composition, and you should be able to be in the same window as I am. I want us to add the shape layer, which is the rectangle, and then from there we shall also add the text, and then we shall keep on changing the text from there on. I'll play this video so that you can know what we are adding. Okay, we're just going to type something easy as give me the Coke, no more Rizzler. Just something simple. I'll start by creating the shape layer, which is the rectangle. Make sure to have no stroke. If you have any stroke, hold on Alt, keep on clicking on this, and then it will go to a no stroke. And then you can have the fill at black. We can also change the color whenever we want to. I'll create the shape, simple rectangle, just that. And then collapse this layer. I'm pressing U to collapse it. Now I want us to add the text. I'll grab the text, type in just anywhere, like right here. I'm going to type give. You can see the text is in white. I'll come back to my selection tool, and then I'll place this text right above this rectangle. So now we have something to refer to while creating this animation. Now we want this text to change over time. So we want to have multiple texts of the same thing. Click on this first text and hit Ctrl D once to make one duplicate, twice, thrice, even 4 times. Let's drag these duplicates, look at them separately. Okay, now it's time to rename these other texts. Once the word give is done, I'll hit Ctrl-Shift-D to cut the excess. Now I only have the first part with give. Now let me drag all other text layers to the right so that you can easily follow along. So after the word give, I want the second word to appear. Just notice the layer which has the shape goes on for the entire timeline. So we don't really need to change it right here. So right after the word give, we bring in the next word, which is this one. So I'll drag all other layers, and then we can also arrange this. Give me the Coke, no more Rizzler. Let's have them sequentially like that so that we can go like a staircase. After the word give, we go to give me, and then let's go on layering all these other layers. I'll put it right here, and then remember I didn't position them right in the middle, so I'll put it right here in the middle. And then remember to always cut the excess so that we don't have these words overlapping on top of this other one. I'll hit Ctrl-Shift-D, delete the excess. Right after this other word, give me the Coke. Then we bring in the word Coke right here. And then for this layer which is beneath, we cut the excess, Ctrl-Shift-D. For now we have this give me the Coke. And you can see, make sure to not have anything overlapping on top of the other so that it's very neat. And then let's keep on doing the same with these other clips. You can see we've been able to match it really well. Let me play it out. So what I'll do now, I'll hold shift click on this layer and all the other words, and then I'll right click and pre-compose. Let's name this text animation. And right now, after we've done everything and we have pre-comped and we have a neat timeline, it's time for us to track this motion so that these wordings can follow the face of the artist. You need to track anywhere in this scene so that you can track it going forward. On my right hand side, I'll find my trackers tab, and if you cannot find it, go to Windows and make sure tracker is enabled. Currently you can see I'm unable to click anything. It's because I have not highlighted anything. So I'll click on my clip, and now the options are right here. We want to track motion. Once I click, it brings us to this layer panel, which is away from the composition. We're now in the layers panel. Now we need to get just any place which we want to track. I'll zoom in, make this track point a little bit big, and since right now the artist is not facing the camera, I'll put it maybe on this side mirror right here. I'll zoom out, and now let's track this going forward. I'll click right here. Yeah, you can see it has been able to track this motion quite well. It hasn't gone very wayward, even though the artist's hands were appearing. Now we want to put this set of tracking information on something. I'll right click right here, go to create, and I'll create a null object. What this null object does is just somewhere which we can place some tracking information, transformation information, just something like that. Now go back here, edit the target, have everything go to the null layer, and then click on apply. It will apply both dimensions. We can now delete the tracking information on this video, and if you go to the null object and I hit U, you can see all the tracking information has been sent to this null object. It's time to now attach this pre-comp to the null layer. There is this small pick whip right here. Pick it and direct it to the null object, and now if we play it back, you can see it's very rusty and it follows the direction. And now we can position it where we want it to be, whether it's in the artist face. We can also scale it if we need it to be bigger. Yeah, just like that. Now you'll notice if you want to do any changes on this one, just click on your pre-comp. You can come back here. We can even change the font. If you want to change the font of any of these texts, it's very easy. Just come here, change it. You can even make it a little bit bigger. If we come back, you'll see we have a different looking font for this word, and you can go on. You can also change the color of this font if you need to change it. I'll put a red here. I'll go on to this other layer. I'll let it stay white. On this next layer, I can change the font once again, so it goes give me the Coke. So it's really trippy when everything changes, the colors and all, because it doesn't look very predictable on this word. No, I'll change just the color. I'll give it a green, and then I'll also change the font for this final word. And if we come back and play it back, let me also enable the music. And if you need to add a variation of this shape layer, the rectangle, as I showed you in one of the videos which I had done, I kept on changing the color of the shape. Like at this point, I'll duplicate this shape layer, Ctrl D. I'll move this part here, and on these words, since the words are in red, I'll change the fill of the rectangle to a white. And after that, for the moment it appears, I'll hit Ctrl Shift D, delete the excess, and you can go on and make these small changes. Let me duplicate this one, Ctrl D. I'll move it somewhere here. I'll align it with this text which is in green, the letter no. I'll change the color, something different. Even this purple looks quite okay, and the word no is in green. Yeah, just small variations. I'll now go back to my main comp right here, and you can preview this small animation. Yeah, and that's really it from me today. If you made it this far, thank you for watching this video. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Give this video a like so that it can be suggested to people with the same interest as you. See you in the next one. Peace.